I'm not going to say we're scared, but we don't spend any more outside time than we have to.
Terrified just to leave their own homes. Families in Pike County still scared after possible radioactive material was found at a nearby school closing its doors. Thanks for joining us at 11. I'm Mark Taylor.
I'm Colleen Marshall. Tonight, the Department of Energy met with some of those worried families. The Zons Corner Middle School is closed because of tests that show school leaders revealed enriched uranium in the school. This news came at the same time we learned the Department of Energy detected neptunium and americium in nearby air monitors. And a researcher from Northern Arizona University says he found radiological contaminants in nearby soil, in the waterways, and inside houses.
NBC4's Dan Perlman spent the day in Pike County where he spoke with a lot of those families living there who, as you can imagine, are scared tonight, Dan.
Yeah, you know, there are a lot of people in Pike County really very concerned. That researcher told us his tests show the radioactive elements are widespread. It's contamination many fear is coming from a place too close to home. This has been his home.
It's 23 acres, totally secluded.
For 19 years.
This is our little piece of heaven on earth.
This is rural Pike County. It should be quiet, but it's not.
Our peace and quiet's over, man. I mean, it's done.
The sound, it's coming from the Portsmouth Gaseous Diffusion Plant, 1,200 feet through the trees from the place Dave Mills calls home. He's a man upset with the sound and worried about the radioactive elements detected in the air, water, and soil. Dave doesn't garden.
Won't no more.
In fact, he's not even comfortable outside, worried about the contamination many believe is coming from the plant.
We come out to mow and weed eat and get our butts back in the house where we're hoping that our microfilter on our air conditioning and furnace will take some of the contaminants out of the air.
Dave was one of many today at the Waverly YMCA, where the Department of Energy held an open house to discuss the environmental cleanup efforts at the plant. Also there, a DOE spokeswoman, as well as the plant's site leader. I asked, both refused to answer any questions on camera about the plant or address the concerns about the chemicals possibly coming from it. Meanwhile, the work there continues in the region.
This is where I was raised. This is my memories.
Where the tests have come back positive for contamination.
I know it's going to kill us. It's just a matter of time. I mean, there's just too much contamination in the air. Of course, the guidelines, you know, they say the guidelines are good, but I don't know, man, it's not going to be able to turn out well. I don't think for either one of us, me or my wife.
Now, the DOE has said in a statement the contaminants found are well below the threshold of concern for human health. Today, Governor DeWine said he is urging Pike County health leaders to pick a third party to conduct additional testing by the end of the month. The school board there is meeting with health leaders to discuss all of this later this week. Local for you, Dan Perlman, NBC4.
Dan, thank you. We will be following this story very closely as it develops. We'll bring you updates on testing that's going to be done and the actions that follow on NBC4 and NBC4i.com.
I-70 West is back open in Madison.